We back. Hit 'em up, hit 'em high, hit 'em low. It's days like today that gives me hope. That makes me feel like we gonna be all right. These are the days where I bump Kendrick Lamar, we gonna be all right, because it's just hearing stuff like this makes you feel so good sometimes, you know. I feel like there's hope in the world, that everything's gonna be all right, that the craziness, the internet has not destroyed all of humanity. That's how I feel right now. I feel like I could almost shed a tear. Cardi B has blown up the internet. Of all the people, she has said some controversial things. She spoke against the feminist movement. She spoke against the Dusty Dusties. She spoke against the Ratchets. She spoke against these women out here, these girls that live in fairy tale land. She has spoken. In a lot of ways, she is a huge influence towards these type of people, towards these women. But she has spoken. The internet is in an uproar over the comments that she made. When this happens, when somebody of high influence like this speaks out and says something that makes common sense, or says something that makes sense, and is sort of like certain older people or awakened people already understand and know, and it's like you got the younger generation that are coming up in this fairy tale world of, like, honestly, I feel like the internet and social media, its effect and its grasp on the younger generations. Our younger generations are basically being raised by the internet, by social media, by trends, by things they're hearing on podcasts, by things that are out there just being embellished that do not represent real life at all. Like the furthest from real life, real true life. Cardi B was caught in a video speaking with Wallow, and Gilly's also there. I don't know, some type of event maybe they were doing. But she started speaking. I'm going to let her speak for herself. And we're going to come back, dissect it a little. And hopefully this message, aside from the outrage and the obvious psychosis of people out there who can't believe that she could say these things, aside from that, hopefully it does break through and it wakes some people up. So let's see what the fucking issue is. Let's see what the internet is uproar about right now.
All right, so this is what I believe in, right? Like, it's like, if you're gonna be the type of bitch that, like, a nigga, you want a nigga to take care of you and everything, but it's like, all right, you have to, like, pick a balance. Like, it's like, you cannot just be a bitch that's like, oh, my man take care of me, he does all the bills, but it's like, what do you do? What are you contributing? Like, it's like, all right, like, you can't be complaining like, oh, I cook, I clean every day. It's like, okay, but you don't work, you don't contribute to the house. So I just feel like it's like, and like sometimes people be like, oh, so this is like really controversial, right?
Cool. Is it?
I feel like it's very controversial when, like, be like, oh, I don't go 50-50, but it's like, all right. So if you and your man make the same amount of money, right? Mm-hmm. But only your man is the one that paying all the bills. How y'all ever gonna save up to, like, buy a house?
Oh shit.
Or buy a business?
Oh shit.
Because he's never gonna be able to afford to. So it's like certain things is like a joint thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a work together. But I just be feeling like sometimes people, like, the internet really be having people fucked up from, like, real reality type shit. So it's like, all right, so your mom and dad used to work every single day, right? Mm-hmm. So your mom and dad used to work every single day so your mom could save her money and buy persons and your dad just pay all the bills. That's not how it works. Because either your mom was in the house cooking and cleaning every day, your dad was working, or they was both working to pay both the bills. Like, y'all be acting like y'all don't know what the fuck that is like no more. Like, come on.
And your mom money was your dad money, and your dad money was your mom money.
Like, it was like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not a feminist anymore, because it's like sometimes it's like y'all bitches don't be living in the real world.
Feminist.
Y'all not living there.
Y'all be talking about my money is my money and his money is my money. Shit.
I mean, my money is my money, his money is my money. But like, my money is my money. Like, my money is my money and his money is his money. But it's like, you know, like, it's like we both spend money on each other and everything. And it's like, if we want to go and everything, it's like, all right, like, if we're gonna buy a house, like let's go half and half. And it's like, if we're gonna
But
buy,
it's not a one-way street.
it's not a one-way street. Like, it's like, if we're gonna buy like crazy expensive furniture, it's like, all right, you buy the couch and I buy the dining room set. Like, it's a both thing. Like,
Right.
it's a both thing. Because then when you leave, like, bitch, you really leave for nothing. Because you was like, hey, but he has to pay all the bills. Well, now you're divorced and you don't got no house, no nothing. You don't have cash.
I want to know where this shit started from.
You don't even got a couch, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Where did this shit start from?
That's my thought. I'm really old school. I'm old school.
I'm old school too.
So that's what I want to know. I want to know when did this shit start? Where did it come from? Most of these young girls, these young women, when they get online and they say they want a man, and they got this bullet list. I don't know where this stuff started from. My generation, previous generations, there was a symbiotic relationship for the most part that I can remember. There is no blanket answer for every relationship, right? So we got to start there. But it seems like the internet and these young girls and these women have the same answer, same solution for the man that they want. That again is not out there. You know what I'm saying? Like Kevin Samuels broke it down perfectly for everybody when he talks about, he asked a woman, "What's the man that you want?" 6 figures, 6 feet, 6-pack, 6 inches or more, or 9 inches or more, whatever the fuck it is. And he would ask them, "What's the percentage of men you think that have that?" And they would say, "I don't know, 10%, whatever." They'll know it's a little number, but he'd be like, "No, it's 1%, closer to 0.5%. And it was like that thinking was like, and then he would judge the women on, their stats or whatever. And then a lot of them would get upset and, aggravated or whatever. But it's like, how can you, a person of your stature, of your credentials, of your statistics or whatever, expect to find a man like that, right? And it's impossible, right? No man of that stature wants a woman of those, whatever the case have you. So here we are. We got Cardi B. She's a millionaire, multi-millionaire. Hopefully these young girls, these women, maybe this will open some of their eyes to the realities of the real things that are out there. Now, our economy, everybody can be in control of their own economy, right? This is the money you bring in, the money you earn, your own household, right? I don't like to look at the economy and project lack of abundance in my reality towards what's going on in the world and the economy. But that's not to say I don't understand that there's a lot of people struggling and the inflation issue and all this stuff happening out there. Now, for all these women collectively to want a man or to put these requirements on men to pay all the bills while they don't work or they do work and they don't pay no bills is not realistic. And that's pretty much what Cardi B is saying right here. She's saying, y'all got to come back to fucking reality. Even her as a millionaire, as a multi-millionaire, she understands this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she's one of the main ones out there pushing ratchet shit on the populace. So every now and then you can catch these people, even though they have their job, right? And they're out there pushing poison. You catch them in moments like this where they're saying some real shit. Like they understand what's going on. They understand the dynamics of being an adult, being in a relationship, being in love, or just trying to be a fruitful bearer of someone in a relationship, and not being a leech, and not being a burden, and not being just a fucking person that's a body that's just there not doing nothing and wanting to be served all the time, because that's not what a relationship is. So again, internet's in an uproar. Women, young girls, all upset. Maybe even some men, I'm not sure. But Cardi B broke it down. She's basically saying, look, if you find a good dude out there, he doesn't have the most money, but he's a good dude. He's a worker. He's got a good head on his shoulders. You could build something with a person like that, and you can come up together. A lot of women are shitting on dudes that can bring them the world, but you expecting somebody that's at the end of the race, and those motherfuckers that are there, they don't want you. They're not going to want to build with somebody who ain't doing shit. This is not me simp talking, right? I'm not out here telling men to not be protectors and providers at all. That is our default role that we should have. Bottom line, you should be a protector and a provider for your family. But in those instances where you're not up all the time, you have a grown woman in a relationship. Y'all supposed to be symbiotic. You're supposed to be helping each other out. And I hope that Cardi B's video, this message, gets out and starts infiltrating some of the young minds out there to maybe start thinking of the dating marketplace a little differently. It's an epidemic out there. I'm happily married. Our dynamic is perfect for us. I got no complaints. Well, I got a son. I just hope whatever this is that's happening in the dating world for the younger generation, I hope this shit is fixed or stabilized in some way in the next several years when he's out there courting or, whatever he's doing to, find his mate. Because it's rough. The internet is out there interneting. It's making people sick in the mind to where you got even the people out there who are a major influence on some of the sick shit is coming out and saying, yo, this ain't right. There is hope in the world. I feel good about it. I'm about to go blast me some Kendrick Lamar. We're going to be all right. If you out there and you mad about what Cardi B said, this message is for you. Wake the fuck up. Assess yourself. In the very least, just work on yourself. Work on yourself. Work on how you can be a good partner for somebody out there. If you're just looking for somebody to fucking cater to you and to give you everything and you just sit on your ass and do nothing, guess what? You're going to stay looking. You're going to stay single. You're going to stay unhappy. You're going to be a 50-year-old cat person. That's the message of the day. There is hope. Everybody deserves love. But you got to have something to offer. You can't be out there with your hand out, wanting the world and not having anything to provide or to offer, right? I don't know where this shit happened. I don't know where this shit came from. But it needs to be deaded. People need to wake the fuck up. Find somebody you could grow with, you could build with, build an empire with. Stop trying to find somebody who's got it all. Because the people that got it all don't want people who ain't got shit. Mostly. Find someone that you rock with, you could build with, and you'll be fucking good. Stop looking at money as a requirement in a relationship with a man. Look at money as a tool to build a life together. That's the message. I'm out. Lucid Perspective. See you tomorrow.